What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Jay Cantor, and you are tuned in to Streaming with Jay. Let's get into it. So, if you're looking at the title and you're like, whoa, what is this about? This is about Aries Spears and about the fact that he could possibly be a deadbeat dad, but nonetheless. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, because we do bring stories like this and other stories that we talk and we leave to a discussion that we can have a talk about and get active in our community and help each other out nonetheless. But enough of me gibbering or gibberish. Let's get into it. Here's a couple of clips of the video.
If by midnight you move into that mansion of your dreams and you get everything you've ever dreamt about, the money, the bag, the mansion, whatever it is, do you think that you could sit there and be like, okay, I got it, I am fulfilled, I am happy?
I would be happy if I got that plus the things that really matter.
What are the things that really matter?
I'm not a great father to my kids.
Okay, we're getting
my
somewhere.
heart just exploded.
I want to tighten up my relationship with my son.
Oof, do that and maybe the mansion will follow.
And as much as I love the woman who I want to marry for the third time, I cheat. Mm-hmm. I fuck other women.
Let's just start with the damn, I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's start with that. Let's start with the fixing the relationships. Relationships are hard already in general. Yes means no, right means wrong, stop means go, left is right. It's just a whole toss up and a big debacle that is very tedious to work at, but it takes time and it takes patience, and you have to work at it because you only have this one life that you have. And then whatever happens after your death, who knows? You may be reincarnated, who knows? But you have this one life that you have in your hands, and you're aware of it, and you're aware of what you're doing is wrong, and you're aware how you're breaking people's heart. You're disappointing your kid, and you're disappointing your lady, and you claim that you love your lady. And this whole thing with the red pill, I could love you, but I want to bang with other women, it's true to a certain degree. But also, one thing about a man, and a real self-capable man knows how to discipline himself and not have himself be tempted time and time again by just pleasure, constant pleasure. I see a girl with a big butt and I have to go and have sex with her. I see this girl with a nice body. I need to have sex with her. But I got this girl at home chilling that's in crazy love with me, but I need this ass on the side. And us as men, doesn't matter what color, the shade of the rainbow you are, whatever you are, have to learn how to have something called dick discipline. And you can ayo me all you want, but nah, y'all out there need to learn how to keep the shit in your pants. Because a lot of y'all will go out there, impregnate a ain't shit chick, and then turn around and abandon her and the kid, and then y'all ain't got shit to show for it, and then you do it again, which it's crazy how you could do it again, and then you be looking for sympathy though when the freaking child support checks come in. When this chick wanna take money from me, oh my god, like, yo, like, stop being a bitch. You were man enough to go up in there and shoot the girl's club up, no funny, straight raw dogging shorty and whatnot. Like, there isn't STDs on every freaking facet of the wall and shit. And then you get pissed off when you get burnt or when you get trapped. And then now I gotta pay, baby. I don't want to give her my money, all this. Dude, keep it in your pants. It's that simple. Wear rubber. It's that simple. Be single. I don't know. Don't have kids. Go get a vasectomy. Nah, son, I don't want to get no vasectomy, son. That's me, son. That's just like snipping me. That's my manhood and shit. All right, then manhood is putting your shit together, becoming a father, being responsible, being honorable, stepping up to the plate. So this is one of the issues that we have as men. We don't have complete and utter fucking dick discipline. Like, yo, you can't keep the shit in your pants. And that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Go work it out. Go to a therapist. Figure it out. Go get a hypnotherapist. Yo, go to the gym. Do something. Son, like, get it in correct where you can not be swayed by every single pretty face that's in your lane. That's in your lane. Or be single and just don't have kids. It's that clean. Then you don't got no responsibilities. It's that clean. Focus on building who you are first and your identity, and then you could go do the other things. But then maybe I'm preaching to the choir. Let's continue.
So when you tell me, hey, he's other women, hey, he doesn't have a great relationship with his kids, then come to me, then step to me.
Hold on for a
But
minute.
you are no.
Okay.
You're telling me you have an opportunity, that you can create an opportunity to be wealthy first here and then see it on the outside. You're trying to get it both at the same time. You're never going to be rich out there. You know why, mother?
Because you ain't rich here.
No, right, because you're bankrupt. You're bankrupt, Aries.
That's
Aries, you're bankrupt.
That's a great. That's a great.
But my thing is,
that's
this.
a great chapter in a book.
No, it's the real. Brother,
You're
I
spiritually
love
bankrupt.
you. You are bankrupt. And my thing is this. You don't have to be. I know you. You're a good man. If you want to be a good father, continue being a good man. I know you, Aries. So don't me, because right now I'm serious.
All right,
and I'm
don't
a
get
little
emotional.
pissed off.
No,
I'm a little pissed off. You're a good man. You have.
Sometimes too good.
You can find out.
He's okay.
You can.
He's an okay man.
No, but
Okay.
it's not. This shit is real.
No, but let me tell you something. Listen.
Don't go for the outside shit. It won't make you
the
happy.
things-
And thank you for bringing that up. You can be a good father right now.
So that brings me to relationships with your kids. Now, I can't speak too much of it because I don't have a kid. However, I do have a lot of god kids. I have nieces. I have nephews, and whatnot. I have a lot of friends who have kids. And I see a lot of the craziness. When you're on the outside looking in, you can see a lot. You can see a lot of mistakes, little tweaks, adjustments that parents can do for their kids, and where parents fuck up. Shit, you've learned it your life being a kid and seeing how your parent treated you. And knowing the disappointment that you feel when someone you look up to that loves you dearly and you can't do wrong in their eyes, it's just something that I don't think if I was ever a parent, I could deal with the disappointment of my kid. And I don't mean disappointment as they wanted this toy and you can't afford it and you're disappointed because you can't get it from them. Because sometimes you just can't do everything for your kid. Your kid got to learn limits and boundaries. However, but being there, showing up when you're needed, being a father, being an active parent should be the most that you should be given to your kid, to cultivate and teach them wrong from right and teach them the way so they don't become another statistic out there in the street. They don't have a choice. They sitting there chilling, swimming around for 3 days in your nutsack, and here you go spreading it like a frothy freaking foam from Starbucks all over the place, skiing all over the walls, and not having no responsibility in raising them, which is wow. It's crazy, diabolical method. It's madness, if anything. Now we get to the whole success aspect of it. He wants to be as successful as Aries Spears wants to be as successful as Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle. Different talents, different situations, different journeys. Aries Spears is a very, 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 very talented comedian. Are you on Dave Chappelle's level? I cannot say. I'm not a comedian. However, you may have the connects to maybe link up with Dave. You may have the know-how. Maybe you need to put a little bit of extra money in Dave Chappelle's pocket to sit with him and have dinner with him and figure out what is he doing. Maybe find a way to get close to Kevin Hart. I'm 100%. You know someone who knows someone who knows someone that can get in contact with Kevin and maybe find out. Kevin, there's rumors about Kevin, how he treats people though, but I don't know. But Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, and I cannot deny, have one thing in common: the work ethic. Story time real quick. I met an actor, Blair Underwood, a couple years back. Years ago, I was in LA, leaving LA, and I happened to run into him. He was taking pictures, and I asked him, because I'm a theater major and I always wanted to be an actor, and I asked him about advice to get myself out there. And one of the things he did tell me, he said, Great. Learn the craft. That's great. Learn your craft. But learn the business. And it didn't occur to me until the last couple of years ago when I really had to think about it. The business. Yeah, maybe you got the craft. Now, how do you market it? How do you become a brand? How do you get it to the masses and expand and heighten your appeal for people to want to spend their hard-earned dollars to come and see you? How do you justify it? What product are you putting out there that's valuable for people to spend their hard-earned cash for a seat to hear you talk? And Aries Spears has it. I mean, you're selling. You're doing great. But what other projects are you doing? What connections are you making? Whose hands are you shaking and networking in? Or how are you marketing yourself into what demographic and what crowd? Because there's only a certain niche people who know who you are. I've talked to black people who don't know who Aries Spears are, who he is. Excuse me. And that's crazy. But then again, I grew up with, I'm a 90s kid. So I grew up watching him, you know, when he was younger and skit comedy and everything. Maybe get back into skit comedy. Hit up Key and Peele. Get up on their episodes. Can you be worked with? Do you have an ego? Do you need to rock Tim's jeans and a Yankees cap everywhere you go? Do you need to look like a hot boy that's looking like a stick-up kid as opposed to a person who's looking to come and talk to you and have some show? Shit, even Dave Chappelle's wearing a suit. Dave Chappelle's rocking a suit most of the time. He always got his sneakers and high up and whatnot. You know, he got his own appeal. But Dave Chappelle, if not anything, the man is low-key. He's very humble and low-key. You know, he likes his privacy. He doesn't need to exude something. He knows where he's from, but he knows how to be dynamic. He knows how to mingle with the white folk. Kevin Hart knows how to as well. Chris Rock knows to as well. Other comedians know to as well. Shit, maybe hit up Cat. Cat's supposed to be getting a studio to get blacks out there and to make them a household name. Cat got heat on him right now. Maybe you might want to link up with Cat. I don't know how it would work. But however, the main thing you have to understand that it is a business at the end of the day. You are a product, and not to take away your humanity and nothing like that. You are a product that has to be marketed for consumerism. People have to go and want to watch your stuff. People have to view and give you their attention. You can't just, I want a mansion and not put in the work or the steps to get the mansion, fam. But before you even look to get the mansion, you might want to clean up the shit that's in your front yard. But maybe it's time to change it up. Flip it. Turn around and reverse it. It's yonder for me and around me home. No, I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, what do you think? Do you think that you think Aries Spears needs to keep the swag going a little longer? Or you need to get his shit together? Leave a like. Leave me in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm not for the culture. I don't give a shit. Tell me something. But like I said, like Aries Spears has to kind of figure out internally. And Deborah Wilson said it perfectly. He's bankrupt. Bankrupt in his heart. So let's keep continuing. Let's go with it. Let's keep running with it.
That's what's real.
My manager used to say to me,
if you ever do this again, I swear to God.
What?
Just like your hand toward, yeah, you're doing some sorcery.
No.
Okay, all right.
His quote was,
I have it too, dude.
His quote was always, you want to be rich, you want to be right. Because very rarely in this business can you be both. And I don't subscribe to that. I think you can be rich and right.
No.
Is it a harder path? Dave Chappelle is rich and right. He does whatever he wants.
But that's
says
Dave
whatever he
Chappelle.
wants.
Wait,
But Dave Chappelle doesn't have the same circumstances.
So in that last clip, you seen that Aries Spears said Dave Chappelle is rich and right. And that's from a quote where his manager said, you either got to be rich or you got to be right. You can't be both, which I happen to agree with Aries Spears' managers, because like you got to pick and choose which one you want to lie on. You want to be real with it. You want to be authentic and your real self And yeah, that may be right, but that's not what rich wants. You know, stupid people become rich all the time. You know, we got people like Logan Paul out there who's rich, you know, but, you know, then you got other people like OnlyFans chicks who are rich, but they're not right. So it's kind of like you can't compare yourself to Dave Chappelle's plight, because Dave Chappelle had to be right a lot of his career before he started getting his flowers, and then he became rich. He turned down $50 million, and that's hard to compare. You cannot compare. Dave Chappelle was not always right. You know, I mean, he always, let me rephrase that. He was right, but he wasn't rich, because he did it for the right reason. I don't want to be in no dress. I don't want to be this whole thing with him taking off, dropping the 50 mil and going to Africa, and then all of a sudden he's crazy. He was right. It was a lot of pressure on him, and he wanted to make sure he was right, and he did what he felt was right. But what happened to the check? But then what happened? He came back, he regrouped, he started from the basics, started from what he knew, and then he grew and became rich. And then he ended up using his status to become right. Because guess what? His talent shone through. You have to work at the craft and be the talent. Also, you got to keep in mind, it was a different climate when it comes to the back then, when you could do certain jokes, and then now you could do another set of jokes, you know. And Dave Chappelle, from that old part where he did the most craziest skit comedy, and we still remembered that, black, white, all people alike, you know, he became a household name. He became a household name, turned it away, left, came back, and then became a household name again. Aries Spears, you have to do that. If you want to be rich and right, you have to do that. But it takes a time before you can become both. Some people give up on that path. If you want to be both, and yes, you said it's a hard path, but you got to choose one now. And then when you choose that, you could come back for the other. But you got to do it on your own terms, and you got to get that tax. You got to get that juice in Hollywood. You got to get that juice, all of that. You're not going to, you may be able to get rich and buy mansions and all that stuff with Hollywood, not without Hollywood money, but it's really hard to do that without that. It takes a long time. So you have to decide, like your manager said, you want to be rich or you want to be right. So that's going to do it for me. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. It helps me grow. And then some. I got some more stuff coming to you this way. Also, I run I'm going to put a gaming channel up. You know, it's going to be gaming with Jay Cancher or whatever the case may be. Still working on the name, but you'll see it when it's there. I'm also on Twitch. I stream on Twitch, and I got my Instagram and all of. I'm getting ready to figure out a whole TikTok thing. Yeah, I'm old. I'm still trying to figure that shit out. But nonetheless, come through, hang out with your boy. And like I say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with Jay. And I always appreciate that much more than you know. So I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Take care of yourself. And like I said, let's do better. Let's do better.